Boom. Earpods in. Boom. Hey. What are we doing today? We're going to, there we go. We're going to talk about mobile versus web and anything else you want to talk about. So, hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, Savandi, Mason Gardy? Oh my gosh. Zaka Yashike official. Mila Darkslayer, what's up? Yo, shoot your shot. What is up? Gus Limad, Faraz, what's up, everybody? For those of you just rolling in here, we're going to talk about mobile versus web. Which is better? What should you learn? What should you do? Should you learn native Swift or native Kotlin? Should you learn Flutter or Dart or React Native? Or should you just do everything on the web? Feel free to ask specific questions on this as well, too. It's my second time seeing you. Awesome. Well, good to have you here. What's up, Carlos? Jim Tips 45. What's up? What's up, Jack Hinkle? What's up, Michael Cook 2.0? Is Redux still important? That's a great question. So for those of you who don't know, Redux is it's a design paradigm and a framework for React. I mean, you can implement Redux anywhere technically. Now, so when it comes to React, here's the thing. React just manages your, hey, what's up, Lady Coder? What's up, everybody? So React just manages the view portion of your web app, okay? But how do you get data from a server? How do you manage that data? What if you need all of your components to be updated? Do you just pass your data to 100 components and children? No, you got to have some type of smart design. One of those designs is called Redux. And Redux is a design paradigm. So is it still important to know? Well, it can be. You may need it. You need something. I don't particularly like Redux because I think it's overly complex. I like using the reactive pattern. It's like an observer type pattern, kind of like Firebase, where components update themselves. But Redux, it is important to figure out how to manage your data. Is this a real live? Yes, this is a real live. Anas, welcome from Morocco. Hey, what's up, everybody? Yo. Shoot your shot is watching me from both channels at the same time, YouTube and Instagram. What's up, San Bose? What's up? San Bose, didn't we talk today, or you talked with Nathan today, or is this a different San Bose? What's up, Bic? I'm learning JavaScript. Awesome. Hey. Super stoked to start learning. Okay, it is you. Yeah, awesome. Welcome. Last time you didn't speak my right name. Oh, come on. How am I supposed to pronounce that? It's super long. I like Context API. Yeah, I don't have experience with that, or maybe I don't know what it is. So, yeah. What's up, everybody? What have I been doing today? I mean, I've been super busy today. On a side note, my personal project, The Last Hacker, actually just went live, which is kind of cool. It was literally funded in 3 hours. I'm just going to show you for a second, just because I'm here and you're trapped. It's right here. Check this out. Look at this. My campaign for my personal book, The Last Hacker, it was funded in 3 hours. I just launched this morning, and in 3 hours, we already hit our funding goal, which is pretty awesome. So that's pretty cool. My book is coming out. Oh, and there's code stuff in here. We have the Hacker Pack. For those of you who want to learn to code, hold on, it's right here. The Hacker Pack, where are you? Okay, look at this. $1,200 worth of courses that you can get, and you get the book for free. And I think right now it's $37. So $37, you can get these courses here, or you can pick different ones from my website. Any 4 of those courses, not the DevSwap's Academy, of course, but any of those 4 courses, you get that plus my book for free. $1,200 worth for $37. That's on thelasthacker.com. It's a cross promotion I'm doing with DevSlope. So that's pretty cool. You can get that right now just go to wait.thelasthacker.com, and you can get all that stuff, which is pretty cool. So that's what I was working on today. Pretty cool stuff. HTTPS wait.thelasthacker.com. It'll redirect to the website. Anas says he's a React Native dev. That's awesome. Hey, what's up? Manvin Drasing, Grey Hat. Hey, hey, hey. I'm a front-end dev. I want to become a full-stack developer. Which programming language should I learn for the back-end? It's up to you. If you're already learning JavaScript or you know JavaScript, you might just consider Node, so you don't have to learn a new programming language. The second one I'd recommend after Node is Python and Django. That'll give you get everything up and running that you could need. The third one I would recommend is Ruby on Rails. And the last one I would recommend in that kind of open source stack is PHP and Laravel. The reason why I don't care for that is because PHP has always kind of been like a scripting language, and whereas with a lot of template rendering, I know Laravel can extract that, but I just don't like having that as part of the framework. I like things that are just clean and broken off, but that's what I would recommend. Jordan Roberts. Is a front-end development oversaturated with low-grade developers? As a newbie, that seems to be the case and hardly seems worth pursuing. That's not true, Jordan. You're probably running into a lot of people like that, but that's not true at all. I get a lot of comments like that all the time. People say that about web, mobile, whatever. It's really about you and how good you can be at the end of the day. The thing is, companies will just hire good people. So if you're good, you'll get hired. And if you're not good, you'll be like everybody else. Nothing's oversaturated. You're fine. Plenty of opportunities. Let's look at a question here. Do you have your own apps in the App Store, and how are they doing money-wise? I don't currently have any apps in the App Store. I've never really had success doing that. I'm not great with app ideas. I tried many times. That's how I got into this business. I wanted to make $1 million, but doing apps, but I never did. My best app, that's not true. Well, my best solo app was called Make a Snowman, released 8 years ago. It did about $8,000 in sales over 60 days, which was cool. And then my second best app, or the best app, I guess, was the DevSlopes app. We had an iPhone app, and we had a lot of, we had at one point 80,000 users on it. But, it wasn't upfront payments through the app, if that makes sense. It was more of a tool. But I don't currently have any other apps in the App Store. I made a lot of apps for companies that are probably on the App Store. But what's your opinion on delivering features fast versus high quality? My opinion is you need to treat an app like a business. So everything you do matters. So don't focus on tons of things. Focus on one thing and make it good, and make sure that the users are actually using it before you move on to the next thing. That's what I say. So fast versus high quality, I can't really tell you, but what I can say is build one thing and make sure people are using it before you move on to the next thing. Make sure analytics are in your project from day one. Super important. Okay. What's up, Anki? Why Turkey? I'm learning Python. Awesome. That's so cool. That is super cool. I've always just wanted to go to Istanbul for the longest time, especially because it was it used to be the center of the world, right? With Constantine, or when it was Constantinople. And there's so much history in Turkey, from people to religion to everything in between. I'd really love to visit there one day. It's pretty awesome. Fayaz, gym tips. Why are people crazy for alcohol? Okay. What do you recommend me to learn what do you recommend me to learn to become an expert Angular framework? I'm not sure what you're saying. If you're talking about Angular, just build lots of Angular projects. You'll get really good at it. Flutter or Kotlin? Which one is easier and faster to learn? Easier and faster? Well, Flutter is a framework. Kotlin is a programming language. So there's two different things there. Now, I assume what you're saying is native Android versus Flutter Android. You're asking which one's easier? In terms of easier, Flutter is way easier than Kotlin and Android. Is it the right decision for you? I don't know. It depends on what kind of business you're running, what kind of app. You're not going to get a job learning Flutter, things like that. But in terms of absolute easy, in developing, oh my gosh, I can build Flutter apps twice as fast as I can build a Kotlin Android app. That's for sure. Jordan's asking, is there a certain certification that would stand out to potential clients as a freelancer? No. Clients don't care about that kind of stuff at all. They don't. not when it comes to freelancing. They care about results. You get on the phone, you close those jobs, you deliver results. That's what matters. Uh, People who hire freelancers will hire people with no experience if you can sell them, if you can convince them and show them results. I'm currently working with WordPress. Is that right for my future? I don't know. Depends. I know some freelance developers in WordPress that are making $10,000 to $20,000 a month building template type projects, especially for medium and small businesses. So if you can learn how to become a really great freelancer and close deals and templatize your work, you can make some great money. What is Ejs? Man, I haven't heard that phrase in a long time. Isn't that's like a templating language, like handlebars, if I remember right? I can't remember. That was forever ago. What's up, Lampy? It's Pablo. Yeah. Iran, Abdi. Do you think Udemy courses are useful? I think they can be. I think they can be useful. I think they can be useful if you know what you're doing, and maybe if you want to get started and fiddle around with things. If you're looking to like fast track your career and move super fast and have success, you're going to get lost in the woods in most cases. I had a student email me the other day of a Udemy course, and he says, "Hey Mark, I've been learning iPhone development for 4 years and I still can't get a job. I've been taking courses and courses and courses." And I said, "That's your problem right there. You're just always learning and never doing. You're never accomplishing it. What you need is a coach." Okay, and that's what I recommend to everybody. It's why I created DevSlips Academy. DevSlips Academy is our immersive coaching program where we train you on the content. We actually throw away stuff you don't need. Because remember, here's the problem. On Udemy, courses are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. 100 hours, 120 hours, and that's too much. And it's a bunch of junk in there. Sure, you're getting good bang for your buck, but that's insane amount of stuff, right? Insane amount of stuff. How do you keep in line? How do you keep your focus? How do you know when you're on the track or off the track? How do you know if your code's any good? What do you do if you get stuck? You know, all those things. So are Udemy courses useful? They can be if you're on a budget. If you want real success, like come work with me at DevSlips. I will personally coach you and train you. My teachers we will coach you to success, guaranteed to get a freelancing job, guaranteed to get a full-time job. We work with you, guaranteed for lifetime. So that's what we do. Hey, Facebook user, it doesn't actually show your name. If you're watching on Facebook Live, you got to click on this Restream app somehow and sign in with Facebook. That's what it told me to tell you so we can know who you are. But what's up? So anyway, Udemy courses can be great. There's so much information, though, and so much overload. I recommend, at the end of the day, getting a coach who can guide you. Look at your code. You also know I am from India. Awesome. That must be like 2 or 3 a.m. over there. Hey, Jack Davis. There you are. So everyone who's on here, Jack Davis is our OG guy from DevSlips. He's the first DevSlipser ever. He's the first person ever at DevSlips. First student, first anybody. So that's kind of cool. Hey, Jack. Jack's awesome. I'm a big fan of Jack. I'm already learning Swift and have a decent knowledge. Is it essential to know web development as well to get a job as an iOS developer? Nope. Most iOS jobs, you won't have to do any web development. Now, depends on the company you work at. I had jobs where I did both, but there's so many jobs where you don't have to. My brother-in-law, Nathan, he's a full-time iOS developer. He's one of our instructors. He doesn't do anything with web right now. He's just doing pure Swift. Web dev or iOS? Really depends. Do you want to get a career? Do you want to launch an app? What do you want to do? What are your thoughts about Spring Boot? Okay, so I don't tell anyone to learn Java or Spring Boot. Unless you want to work the enterprise stack and go work for an enterprise company, don't learn that. That's an enterprise tool set. If you do want to get a nice enterprise job, that is one of the places where certifications can matter, is getting Java certifications, Spring Boot, go work for an enterprise company, good job security. Otherwise, don't learn Java. There's no reason for anybody to learn Java unless you're planning on going enterprise. What's up? What do you think about machine learning? So machine learning is huge right now. AI machine learning is huge. It's only going to become more in demand. Myself personally, I don't plan on fiddling with it. It doesn't interest me at all. I have no interest in robots and stuff and machine learning. And I definitely don't have interest in further enhancing the cause of our government and governments throughout the world doing facial recognition on everybody and grading us and scoring us when we throw trash and it misses the trash can, and then they send us a ticket for littering and all that kind of stuff. I have no interest in our government's going that direction. So you can count me off the machine learning interest list. But anyway, there's lots of jobs in it. It's very huge. It's a big deal. So worth learning if you're interested in that kind of stuff. I'm very like into privacy, and AI machine learning is going to destroy privacy. It already is. Istanbul is the only city on 2 continents. Did not know that. Interesting. Andre, привет, my friend. Why you hate on Android, Kotlin, and Windows? I didn't hate on Windows. When did I just hate on Windows? I said building apps with Flutter and Dart is way easier than doing native Android and Kotlin, but you can't get a full-time job doing Flutter and Dart. What's up, Malik guys? Ajaz. Dev, your mic volume is quiet. Check. That could be. Let's take a look here. I think that's my gain. I can't tell. How we doing now? Better? Is that much better? Welcome to Late Night Love Stories with Mark Wahlbeck. We're going to talk tonight about a man and some code and how much he loves it and hates it at the same time. All right. Scott Taylor, what's up? Which Scott Taylor is this? Is this like the Scott Taylor I know or a different Scott Taylor? What's up, Josh Berg? Zanoon. Your next book. Yeah. I have a book. Yeah, I was just explaining that to people that my book. Okay, yeah, Scott Taylor, Real Estate. So yeah, Scott, my book's coming out. You saw that, right? Everybody, you saw that my book is coming out, which is pretty cool. I'm definitely not going to spam you with it again because this is a programming stream, and that would frankly be, a little bit, unethical. But, I will have to say that, oh, shoot, I accidentally flipped my camera around. Check this out. It was funded in 3 hours. That's pretty cool. My book. And for those of you who are programmers or wanting to learn to code, check this out. I'm doing a partnership with DevSlopes, where you can get $1,200 of coding courses for $37, and you get the book. For free. These 4 courses right here is what comes with it. But if you already have one of these courses, you can actually pick a different course from my website and swap it out. Not the DevSlopes Academy, of course, but these are standalone courses. That's $1,200 worth of courses you can get for $37, and you get my book for free if you go to wait.thelasthacker.com. I'm so sorry I accidentally switched to this page, but I just swiped right over here. You can just click back this project now at wait.thelasthacker.com. Yep. Okay. And there we go. We just got sidetracked there for a minute. Woo! Hey, thanks, Rick. Been meaning to ask this. Thoughts on cloud or AWS? Well, AWS is cloud. So you've got AWS, you've got Microsoft Azure, and then you've got, the Google Cloud Services. And they all 3 kind of do the same thing. Obviously, AWS has more users than anything else in the world. But personally, if I ever choose one of those cloud services, I'm probably going to go with Azure because I'm just not a big fan of Amazon, and I don't like their documentation. I don't like their support, and I will probably look into Azure. It seems a lot more straightforward and easy to use, and I'm all about ease of use. So anyway, Last Hacker, did I remember correctly? Yep, Last Hacker. Hello from Vegas. Hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Guli? Sorry. Anirvan Gavovarga. Why are you speaking so fast? Oh, I'm sorry. I will try and speak a little bit slower for everyone to comprehend. Apologize. Meant to ask if you think the AWS certs are worth looking to. Okay, so the AWS certification, that's one of the few certifications that'll actually get you a job if you get certifications with AWS stuff. It will help you learn. Some of them are very hard to get. I do recommend uh, I do recommend going with a Cloud Guru. So a Cloud Guru to learn AWS. Those are my buddies over there. Wait, I'm gonna hit 100,000 subscribers right now on YouTube. Is that right? Somebody just said that. I don't believe it. No, I'm not. I'm like 4,600 away. I'm like 4,600 away. But that's great. Hey, everybody here, click subscribe on YouTube. If you're on Instagram, go to YouTube and click subscribe on DevSubs. Come on, click subscribe. Let's get all of you to subscribe. JavaScript versus Swift. There are two different programming languages. They do two different things. Swift is obviously way better than JavaScript. JavaScript is an interpreted language, has lots of problems. It's a nasty, ugly, terrible language that should be purged from the internet, but we're all stuck with it. So Swift is definitely the better of the languages, but Swift is for mobile apps and anything iOS related. You can actually build web apps with Swift with template rendering. Swift by Sundell, that guy who makes that blog, he actually created an open source framework so you could build web apps with Swift using server-side rendering. Not recommended. That'd be an insane amount of work, but it can be done. Yep. So, yeah, everyone, we're almost at 100,000. I just need 4,600 more to go. Hey, what's up, Travel Clip? What's up, Programming Pie? Why are most entry or junior dev jobs requiring big degrees and years of experience? That's not true. Actually, I know you say most, but it's not true. It's not. I don't know where you live in the world. Maybe if you live in UK or Amsterdam, it might be true. In the United States, that's not true. Nobody, in fact, Apple hires junior developers and interns all the time without college degrees. I mean, it's just not true. Obviously, some people do, and I've seen that. I know what you're talking about. So, but also keep in mind too that a lot of people, when they're creating job postings, it's not programmers that are creating it. It's like a hiring manager, and they just put a bunch of junk on there, or it's a recruiter who's not completely competent. So just keep in mind, you should still apply for those jobs. Don't let the degree thing push you away. It's all about skill at the end of the day. Microsoft Azure Administrator Associate, is it good? I don't know. I have no experience with that. Because of COVID, companies are not hiring. That's not true either. That's not true, guys and gals. It's not true. I know plenty of people who are getting jobs right now during COVID that are beginner levels. Like, it's not true. Just because you might have one experience or something, it's not true. Remember, I teach. Go to my podcast, DevSoul Podcast, and YouTube here. I teach you how to get jobs when you have no experience. I teach you how to build the perfect resume. If you're not getting a job, it's not because, they need a college degree or because of COVID. It's because you. It's because of you. And there's things you can do to fix it. I promise you. I help people do this all the time. I promise you. This is Nepal Singh from Irvine, California. Welcome. Bebo, Hamza. By the way, this is also why you need a coach. Because you get things in your mind that aren't true, or you get down on yourself, or you see a job posting and it freaks you out and you lose confidence. You need someone who's like there, like advocating for you, who's living and breathing this, which is me, by the way. And by the way, we're doing this huge promotion in like 2 days for DevSlopes Academy, where you can get this amazing deal. Email me, mark@devslopes.com. Or better yet, go to devslopes.com/apply, and you can schedule a call. We can give you some amazing information on this really cool deal we're doing, where I will personally work with you. Guaranteed success. You can work with me and my team with guaranteed success. You're guaranteed to get a job, guaranteed to become a freelancer. We will work with you and push you and train you until you get that job, until you do it. Okay? Go to that link. I don't have it here on Instagram, but go to that link, devslopes.com/apply. Apply, and we have an amazing deal coming up like in 2 days. Schedule your call now because it's limited too. I work for a large well-known gaming corporation, only knew some Microsoft Office Suite, Excel, but became an enterprise admin. Have successfully worked in DevOps for 3 years. That's an awesome story. That's a really awesome story. That's an example of rising up in the ranks and doing something great. Is this actually live or not? Yes, Josh, it's live. Why do people think I'm like trying to scam them all the time? Like, I had some dude the other day, I was like chatting on my chat on Drift, and I'm like, hey, how's it going? And he's like, is this a bot? I'm like, no, it's not a bot. And he's like, a bot would say that. so it probably is a bot. I'm like, what? And then so I sent him a personalized video, and he's like, I still don't believe this is real. This could have been generated by a bot or just a generic video. I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, what the heck? I was mad. I sent him a firm message after that, but I was like, what the heck, man? I just sent you a video. I spent 2 minutes of my life sending you a video, and you're calling me a bot. Oh, everyone thinks they're being scammed. No, Josh, I'm not scamming you. I'm a real life person with feelings. Can I send you a request for live video now? No, I don't let people in my videos. I don't want to lose the spotlight. Hamza, on the other side of privacy, would you ever do courses on an intro to coding apps integrated with blockchain? Oh yeah, I have some blockchain courses, Papili, on my website actually. I love blockchain. What I want to do really bad, this is totally weird, but here's what I want to do. I'm building a brand for my author, Mark Wahlbeck. I want to build books, video games, and stories and stuff around my brand. What I would like to do is create a clone of Bitcoin, kind of like the Dogecoin, but a Bitcoin clone, my own network with my own fans, and we have our own cryptocurrency for like Wallbeck coin or something like that. And I know how to do that. I know how to do all those things. I just need some time, but I would really love to do that. And I'd love to do some more training on blockchain. I don't have time right now, but well, Rick, I am a bot when it comes to you. So anytime you're chatting with me, Rick, I'm a bot. But yeah, I have a couple blockchain courses right now on our website somewhere. You won't see it at DevSlopsCon. They're hidden, but I've done it in the past. Difference between web development and web design. Web design is literally design, UX, UI, Adobe XD, Figma, exporting, working with developers. It has nothing to do with code. Sometimes web designers may move into CSS, but you get to a point where you have to be in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Like it's hard to just do one without doing the other. So, Mohammed, Vue or React? So Vue and React basically do the same thing. React's just more popular. So, yeah, blockchain's a great topic. Yeah, I'd love to build I would love to build an Ethereum Academy, teaching you all about how to become a successful Ethereum developer. I know Ethereum developers who make $300,000 a year building smart contracts. Yeah. The best website and best way to apply for a job. There's all kinds of opportunities. You can do freelance work on Upwork.com. You can go to Indeed.com. You can go to LinkedIn.com. All over. Just search Google even. Whatever. Ivandro, Fred Astaire, Osamashraf, Oltiana, Zamit, Jordan, what's up? Real Connor Ogle. Did you see Dell just launched a cloud service? I did not just see. Just what we need, another cloud service. What happened to your old DevSlopes gang? Spill the tea. Also, what guarantees you can you have your followers invest in the new DevSlopes Academy knowing the project will continue this time? All the old team is gone. Well, Jason's still around. He's got a ponytail. Look at this. Times have changed. They've definitely changed. He's wearing ponytails now. And Nathan's still around. I'm still around, and there's new people now. But DevSlopes Academy. So on DevSlopes, we used to launch tons and tons of courses. We had like 50 plus courses. They're so hard to maintain. In order to generate revenue, I had to keep making more courses. Then people wanted the old courses updated, and then everyone wanted support, and they're paying like $10 for these courses, and it was a stressful nightmare. Like I wanted to die. I just literally wanted to die. And finally, it was just unsustainable, not a good business model, and it all imploded. And so in like 2019, I let everyone go, and I took a break and rethought DevSlopes and how we can come back with a better business model, more powerful. And now this is DevSlopes Academy, and it's 3 times more successful than we've ever been at in the past at DevSlopes, with a quarter of the team, and it's phenomenal. It's all about coaching. So we're not releasing new courses. We're actually releasing carefully crafted coaching programs where there's one or more instructors that actually look at your code and give you feedback. And we don't let everyone in. If you got a bad attitude, you don't get in. If you're whiny, you don't get in. If you like can't type a certain words per minute, you don't get in. Like we're very selective on training people who really want to have success. And it's completely changed the game. We're having a lot more success stories. And like, so we take people who have talent or the ability to learn, or people who just want success really bad, and we work those people one-on-one. And so I'm never going back. This is fantastic. So right now we've got a web academy, we've got a iOS academy, and an Android academy. Future potential academies are React Native with cross-platform development. Another one is .NET Academy, probably with .NET Core. And then in the future, I would really love to do a game academy, game developer academy, where it's like a 20-week program, probably C++ and Unreal Engine, like get you into a AAA game studio kind of thing. So anyway, guarantees. There's no guarantees. The only guarantee I can give is the same guarantees that I always give, which is I'll do my best to make everything succeed. But you have my guarantee if you join the academy that I will work with you one-on-one until you get a job. I will never leave you behind. What's up? Nathan Holt, Gaith, Sobrin, Justin. Difference between front end and back end. Front end is your user interface, the things that the users touch and play with. The back end is typically APIs and a database that sends data to the front ends. What's up, everybody? We've got a lively crowd here today. What's the name of your podcast? DevSlopes. Just search DevSlopes Podcast. You'll find it on Google. DevSlopes is the name of YouTube podcast website. Yep. Will it be only freelance work or company? If you're talking about DevSlopes Academy, we help people get freelance jobs or working for a company. You want to apply, it's devslopes.com/apply. Hey, thanks, Michael. Node.js versus Django. That's a great question, Ali. Node basically allows JavaScript to run outside of the browser. So Node is an engine, and what you typically use is Express, like a framework to manage API requests. You can do it directly in Node, though. Django has everything you could ever need in terms of APIs. Like you'll write way more code with Node and JavaScript to get the same thing you get with Python and Django. So you can do everything in both of those exactly the same, except Django is built out of the box with all the things ready to go. So I'm almost done with iOS development with DevSlopes. It's amazing. Can't wait to get the first job. Awesome, Rick. Probably time to start applying. Make sure you send me your resume. Is web dev flooded? No. There's plenty of jobs. As a complete novice in coding, what do you recommend? I always recommend for beginners, learn native Android, or learn native iOS, or learn front-end web development, which is HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React. I always recommend people start there. And I always recommend that you don't go anywhere else. Start there, unless you have a particular passion. Like if you're like, I've got to build the next self-driving automated cars, no matter what, then I would probably tell you to learn C++. How long will it take to learn developing Android app from zero? If you want to be successful with it, spend 3 hours a day learning it for the next 6 months, and you can get your first freelance projects. Most people won't do that, though. I'm not trying to discourage you, but 3 hours a day for 6 months will bring you success. Can I ask you questions anytime? You could try. I don't look at people's code unless you're in the academy, so don't be sending me your GitHub because I'm not going to go through your code. That's why I do these live streams. The best thing to do is do these live streams. Man bun. Jason has a man bun. Yeah. Someone else on our team used to have a man bun.
Stop. Stop right there.
Jude. Hey, what's up, Jude? Hey, from Santa Monica Beach. Been there, done that. I lived there when I was working on Call of Duty. Peru. I went to Peru once. I went to Lima, and I went to Cusco. React or Angular. They're both great. React just manages the view component, whereas Angular manages the view component and your services and anything you could possibly need for an application, which is kind of cool. Woo! To those of us out of the bubble, explain what is going on with Texas. Oh my gosh. So Texas is fine now, but 5 days ago, people were dying, and had the storm gotten worse, thousands more would have died. We had no... it's literally 75 degrees outside right now, but 5 days ago, it was like 10 degrees, and my water was out for 5 days. My heating was out for 5 days. My house got down to 50 degrees at one point. I think even lower than that. Some people even lower. Nobody had heating or water. A lot of people didn't have power. I never ran out of power. because I'm on a hospital grid and none of the hospitals got shut off. So I got lucky that way. But all of my heating is with gas, not with electricity. So we could watch Netflix while we were freezing to death and dehydrating to death. But all jokes aside, I am well prepared. I had emergency prep. I'm kind of a doomsday prepper. So is Jason. As you can tell by the man bun, um, I don't have a man bun, so I'm not as prepared as him. But anyway, I have two huge things of water, 55-gallon barrels. So I had water, but my neighbors didn't. Some of them were like begging for water. They were starting to boil water to drink. So I actually ended up driving around, bringing water to my neighbors and water to mobile home parks and water around everywhere because I had a whole bunch of extra cases of water. And I had a four-wheel drive. Everyone was trapped in their houses. I didn't realize this. I'm stupid, sorry, but I thought all trucks had four-wheel drive, but they don't. And almost all of my neighbors have big trucks, but they're only two-wheel drive. So everybody was literally stuck in their driveways. They couldn't even go to the grocery store. So they couldn't get water. They couldn't get food. Grocery stores were empty. So actually, I said 5 days. It was actually 6 days with no water or heating. So people were literally dying. And now everything's back to normal just a few days later. But if it had extended any longer, it would have been terrible. Anyway, long story. Okay, capitalism. Yeah, hashtag capitalism. Woo. Uh, how can I get a job as a mobile developer without certification? Well, there's no such thing as no university certification. It's easy. You just you apply to jobs, get good. I recommend that you build a few freelance projects, put it on your resume and CV. Once you have those on there, go start applying for jobs. I know I make it sound simple and it's not easy, but you can do it, and that's literally the process. You don't need the certificate. What do you think of Flutter? I think it's amazing. It's an amazing cross-platform development tool. Amazing, amazing. It makes building mobile apps a delight. What's up, Jalil? Whew. Oh, man. Okay. Great question. Oh, someone's asking about Go. Go. Okay. What do you think about Go language? Go language is pretty awesome. It's very, 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 very fast. It's usually used for services and microservices, a lot of for server stuff. You can actually use it to build APIs, though you're going to do a lot more work than doing it in JavaScript. But Go is very fast. A lot of blockchains are built on Go, which is nice, or at least their interfaces are. It's growing rapidly, and it's a very fun programming language. So it's really awesome opportunities there. What is your idea about learning new languages like Rust or Elixir or Julia or Golang? I don't know much about Elixir. I know Jack Davis told me about Elixir recently, but I don't know much about it. Or Julia, I never even heard of that. But Rust is most jobs in Rust are paying $150,000 to $200,000. They can't find enough Rust developers. Rust is quickly replacing C and C++ for embedded systems because it's much easier to use and it's just as fast. So that's pretty cool. What makes a language fast or slow? How it's built, how it's compiled, how it's optimized, how it runs. Does it run on a virtual machine or not? So, if, for instance, if you're running on a virtual machine, it's going to run a little bit slower than if it was like running natively with C++ and compiled directly for the platform, because a virtual machine like Java or C#.NET type thing, it'll run code in between that it has to translate to the machine. So things like that. The more layers you add, the slower things can go. That's highly complex stuff, and I'm not an expert at that by any means. So Webflow, Brava, Bubble, thoughts on no code. I don't use any of those tools. I really don't know. Some people say it's the future. Who knows? I don't know. Someone's still going to have to code that stuff. How long would it take a single person to develop an app like Twitter? Probably 6 months for version 1. You got to do the front end and the back end. 17 years. I'm 17 years old. Do you think I can get a job with a little bit of experience? Yeah. One of my team members, he's probably here in the chat. He's 17. And he's crushing it. You can do anything you want. And you're almost 18, so easy to get a job. Learn the skills now. Mark, how fast should we be able to type per minute would you recommend? To get into the DevSops Academy, it's 25 words a minute minimum. The reason for this is because if you go onto a job and go like this, you're not going to get the job. You got to get better. I've seen it. So I'm sure this has been asked before, but what was the first language you learned? So Back in 1998, I was fiddling around with the video game Half-Life, and I would do some C++ things here and there. I had no idea what I was doing. I was just hacking around. That was my first exposure to code. The real first language I learned, though, was VBA, Visual Basic for Applications, and I built a database system with Microsoft Access. That was in 2007. Quick question, when will we have a full course for Flutter? I do already have a full course for Flutter. It's probably like 8 hours long or something. It's not like 20 hours long, but it's enough to get you started. You can get that at DevSlopes, or just message me, mark@devslopes.com. Yeah, I'm going to wrap it up here. I got a lot of things to do, ladies and gentlemen, but we have a huge, crazy deal coming out for DevSlopes Academy. We can get an amazing deal. Apply. devslopes.com/apply. Get on the phone with us. We'll tell you all about this amazing deal. And don't forget to check out my Kickstarter for my personal brand. Okay, wait.thelasthacker.com. And you can support me and get this awesome book, which I can't. Why doesn't Instagram let me paste stuff here? Wait.thelasthacker.com. Okay. Check out my book. We're already fully funded. Email me, mark@devslopes.com for any more advice. But apply, devslopes.com/apply to get a crazy discount. Huge, awesome deal coming up soon. Just a huge deal coming in a couple of days. You can get on the phone, be the first to get it because it's limited slots. So devslopes.com/apply. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to tune out here. Thanks for the amazing questions. And this will be